What is up, guys? It's William, aka Kixstarted, and today I'll be telling my experience in a program called Change, where I toured a jail and had some real beefy ass niggas on my ass. So the gameplay in the background is a win on gun game in World War II, and without further ado, let's get straight into the story. So last summer I just got ungrounded and I was with my cousin Shane at the mall. I guess I was trying to like show off or some shit, but I had the bright idea to straight finesse a hat and walk out with it on my head. The result being obvious, I walk out of belt with this fire-ass hat, and a couple steps out, I see this swole-ass black dude, right? He's in a fucking Avengers shirt, and he starts walking up to me. I knew it was over from there. So he walks up to me, and he was like, "Did you pay for that hat, sir?" I was like, "Nah, I forgot," which was like the brightest thing I could come up with off the top of my head. And he's like, "No, you didn't. I just fucking watched you." I was like, "Shit." So he grabs me by my shirt, and he has his way with me while Shane walks the fuck off. Which I don't really blame him for, because I wasn't going to be getting molested either. So they put me in hostage, like in this office. Well, I called my parents and told them about it. The whole time I was there, this nigga just keeps ranting to me about how much of a failure I am. And I wanted to go off so bad, but the situation was already shitty, so I just let it be. Long story short, they banned me for a year, and they signed me to this Change tour, which is like Scared Straight, sort of. It wasn't until like October, but I was just counting down the days, shitting myself. I showed up the day of my demise, only to see 20 kids in there with me. A few of them I knew. They started off the tour at like 10 in the morning, and it was pouring raining just as expected. They first made us get in a line to walk in the pouring ass rain. There was this tall ass black kid who was already saying fuck 12 and shit to the police officers, so I was just ready to end it all. Because like he made it a living hell for all of us. So we walked around this part of the building onto this other part where they made us like put these jumpsuits on that smell like straight hot dog water. After putting them on, they made us do a plank until all of us came up with an excuse as to why we did what we did, right? And that was just like the start. So after that torture, we split up by gender and walked around all the caged animals ready to shred our wee-wees off. Forgot to mention we had ankle shankers on, but anyways, while we were walking through the zoo, I had these swole-ass UFC boxer built type kids just yelling obscene shit at me, and I still think about it to this day. After being scared shitless, they fucking paired us up with an inmate to talk about why we did the shit we did. I unfortunately got paired up with this inmate who goes by Buckwheat. He started off by saying that I was stupid as hell for being there. After he stops roasting me, he starts getting all sentimental and shit with me, and how he hasn't seen his family in years and shit. All I was concerned about is why this nigga goes by Buckwheat. But anyways, after that we had to go dig in on some good ass old jail food. I felt like Kodak in that bitch. They had me eating like a dry ass bologna sandwich with some milk. Needless to say that I was ready to go home. Toward the end of the tour, they made us and our parents write apology letters to each other. Like, this part actually kind of got to me, but I still couldn't help but laugh at some of the bullshit these kids wrote down. And that crazy kid that was acting all tough in the beginning was talking about how he will never carry a strap again. I was like, what the fuck? These niggas are in here for some serious shit. All I did was steal a hat. It had me heated as fuck as to why I was in there with those clowns. After the tour, I gotta say, it kind of made everything sink in, and obviously I still regret what I did, but some of the shit I experienced that day still makes me cringe. Well, that's the end of the story, guys. If you enjoyed listening